Happy Wednesday. It's Fancy. Episode 31. Seasons change. I'll go ahead and let y'all come on in. Hope y'all enjoyed Empire tonight. Tried to struggle a few minutes to see if I could get past the season finale. I also understand the playoffs are on. So if you join me and I'm lucky enough to have you and your attention, even if it's divided, I'll take that. So let me know you're here, especially if you haven't been here before, so I can welcome you, and let me know where you're coming in from. And say hello. I had a long, eventful day with my fancy treats. Just another fancy thing is what I say. So, hope everybody's having a good week so far. Let me go ahead and start off by saying happy birthday to Tony Thomas. Miss Tony Thomas. I know two Tony Thomases, but Miss Tony Thomas. It's her birthday. And she's fabulously 21 again. And she's the most beautiful, kind, intelligent, smart, loyal, loving lady I know. And I miss her. And I hope she's having a party soon, because I want to see her. So y'all let me know that you're here when you come in. And tonight we're going to talk about Seasons Change, episode 31. Let me know whenever you're here. Oops. All right. As I sip on my tea. It's tea. So let me know what y'all been doing, how your week has been going. Hopefully it's been blessed and prosperous for you. I've been working hard. Hey, beautiful Mrs. Lang is in the house. Hey there. And good evening to you too, Sergio. Nice to have you here. Where are you coming in from? I think it's your first time, right? Let me know wherever you're coming in from so we can welcome you from your viewing location. Mrs. Lang, good to see you. Miss you. Okay, so wait for a couple more minutes. I know Empire, again, season finale and playoffs. So I am patiently waiting. Like Jeopardy, right? Okay, so anyway, let me know that you're here whenever you join. And we'll go on and kick off episode 32 of Fancy's Let's Talk About It. Going to be Seasons Change. Excuse me, 31. I'm already ahead of myself. I'm thinking about next week. Episode 31 of Fancy's Let's Talk About It. Seasons change. And they do. They really do. And so it's more than, the clear message of seasons change. Obviously, we have summer, winter, spring, and fall. Of course, seasons do change. But more so though, seasons change. Seasons in our lives, whether that's regards to occupation, relationships with our family and friends, intimate relationships, family relationships, business partnerships, everything. Seasons change. So I want to know what your take is on that. If you recently had a season change. Well, hello, Mrs. Claire. I'm in need of you, darling. Got my fabulous sleek look going tonight, and no braids this week for the first time in I can't remember when, because I miss you. I am the beautiful Darlene, the still fresh mom, the still freshly new mom, the beautiful boy. And Sergio says it's your first time here, but where are you coming in from? Where are you viewing from tonight? Be episode 31 tonight. Going to be Seasons Change. Should be interesting. Always real, always fun, and funny. So, you know me, I will be hosting that for y'all, making it fun for you. And while I'm waiting for more people to join the room, I'm going to go ahead and plug my Fancy Streets. And I'm going to be asking you guys if you might be a cookie tasting host for me, or rather a cookie host. And really all you have to do is pass out my prepackaged treats. You don't really have to answer any questions. All their ordering information and ingredients is listed on the bag that I send them. And all the information about ordering is also listed. If you have a place of business you're in a place of business that has 15 to 20 people or more, I'd be happy to prepare a sample size bag of my treats for you. I did post pictures earlier I will deliver them to your place of business so that you all can try them and hopefully get the word out about fancy treats. Just another fancy thing. One more fancy thing. Hands are in everything. But you know me. Gotta do what I gotta do. Okay? All right. And so, and Emerson Ortez, welcome. Good to see you back here. We had you here a couple of weeks ago or so. Claire, I'm doing wonderful. Miss you. And I hope to come and see you this week sometime. We're midweek now, and I'm usually with you by Tuesday or Wednesday. But today, was super busy with my fancy treats, doing a couple company sampling and preparing some dough for tomorrow for a larger order that I have, and another sampling with a larger company. So everything's going well. So let's go ahead and get started tonight. And I'm glad to have you all here. Thank you for watching, taking your time with me. I won't take up too much time tonight, but I want to talk to you tonight about seasons changing, seasons in our lives. Basically, that's what it means. Not the literal, seasons changing. Summer, spring, winter, fall. Oh my God, we have one season in Texas. Summer, hot. It never changes. Anyway, even in winter, we are wearing shorts here, right? Okay, I know y'all can agree on that. Anyway, enough of the jokes. But anyway, let's go. So, seasons in our lives change sometimes. So, let me give you something to start with. So, friendships. So, a lot of people are carrying around a lot of guilt, right? Because they've had friendships for several years, throughout, maybe since elementary, maybe since birth, since they were able and cognizant of having, a playmate. And maybe that was their friend all the way. Maybe they've been their friend all the way up. And maybe they met, by chance in junior high or high school or college. And maybe they've maintained a friendship, or maybe they met at work, a workplace. So they maintained a friendship so far, so long. But seasons change. People change. And so, sometimes people are in our life for a season. And sometimes always people are in our life for a reason. But just because they're there for a reason always, that doesn't mean that they have to outstay their season. So, what's your take on seasons changing in regards to friendship? And I'll wait for y'all on that. I'll wait for y'all to chime in with me on that, on the friendship part. What is your take on friendships changing because the season changed? Maybe something's going on with that person. Miss Jennifer Whitland. Been a while, little sis. Good to see you. And welcome, Mr. Gonzalez. And let me know where you're coming in from. And the big L. By distinction, let me clarify. In case y'all don't know, I call her the big L because she's so doggone tall. And I'm so doggone short. So, anyway, good to see you here. So tonight, episode 31, y'all, if you're just joining the room, is going to be Seasons Change. And seasons change in regards to friendships, occupation, business opportunities, relationships, employment, everything. Seasons changing. So I started off by asking the question, or giving the scenario saying, sometimes we have friendships that we start out with either from birth. Our families, as small children, we're playmates and we start out together. And sometimes we meet in junior high, high school, college, workplace. Sometimes we maintain our friendships for a really long time. And so when we're in those friendships, sometimes the season changes, the tide changes. Well, and a lot of people carry a lot of guilt around because they think, I don't want to abandon this person, but we're just not in the same space anymore. Like, we've been together. We just think differently. I can't really be there in the capacity that, this friend of mine wants me to be there. Or there are things to me that are intolerable about them. Or that's just not where we're at anymore. Maybe something happened between us and we didn't reconcile it. We don't feel like we can reconcile it. So what do you do in a situation like that to remove the guilt per se? Seasons change. You change. We grow up. We grow out of things. We grow away from certain things that we did one time. Maybe we got married. And, our friends are single. So we grew out of that life. And maybe, those were our single friends. And maybe we are separating ourselves from that. Maybe because our single friends are still single. And maybe they don't want to be married or even be in a committed relationship. And it could be, in some ways, detrimental. to the relationship because they will still maybe expect us to continue to be the same person we were. Maybe we're being fake or fraud because we just ran off and got married and fell in love or whatever we did, that we decided we wanted to be with our spouse or whatever, right? And so now we're no longer the same friendship material that we once were. So talk to me about the seasons changing in friendships. And while y'all are responding on that, I will go forward with the next part. Seasons changing in the workplace, in your occupation, in your dreams for what you want to do to make your life's work, what you do to make a living, or what you do to sustain, a roof over your head, or food in your mouth, or the necessities that you need, or the things that you want, period. And welcome. So let's see. Seasons change in occupations. Maybe we've been doing something so long because we're used to it. Maybe we have something gnawing at us, telling us that we are not where we're supposed to be. We're not following our life path. We're not doing what we know. We're more creative and we're not following that avenue that we can make it for ourselves. Or maybe we just need to, because we're good at one line of work, maybe we're good, mentally. Maybe we're good, numerically. Maybe we're good manually, but maybe our attitude is not so great. Maybe we're not designed to be a nurse and work with people and sick people, or a caregiver, because maybe we are grouchy, or maybe we get irritated easily, maybe like that. Or maybe we are not designed to sit behind a desk and be someone's personal assistant or right hand that might be disrespectful, that may not appreciate what we have to offer, what we bring to the table. Maybe, we just no longer have the patience for that. So we change our occupation. Mr. Jones, welcome. Added Mr. Jones today. So welcome to Fancy's Let's Talk About It, episode 31, Seasons Change. So we're talking about seasons changing so far in friendships, whether those are friendships from knee-high to a grasshopper, or friendships that we've had just a very broad range of friendships, from maybe people that we work with that we became friends with, our significant other or spouse, their mate or whatever, their friends' mates, and we became friends with them, or friendships that we developed in junior high, high school, elementary, college, whatever. Seasons change. Sometimes the friendships change, and sometimes we feel guilty because that's no longer where we are, mentally, emotionally. We're going to change that. And we also spoke about emotional changes, as far as occupational changes, as far as the workplace. Maybe something's nagging us to do something different. Maybe we've become complacent. We've been doing something so long because we're good at it. We fear change. We don't necessarily know or feel that maybe we're comfortable. Complacency, comfort, complacency, comfortable. So maybe that we're there with that. So in that instance, we don't want to make a change with that. Second. And then I can think of seasons changing in relationships, personal, intimate relationships, meaning kind of like the friendship too, but an intimate relationship with a significant other or partner of some type. Sorry, my allergies are really acting up tonight, y'all. But maybe you're going in different directions. Maybe you have grown as a person, you've changed. Maybe your attitude is different now, your opinions. Maybe you have spread your wings, per se. Maybe you have learned things about yourself. Maybe you have accepted responsibility for maybe your actions. Maybe you weren't always as nice, and maybe you corrected those things. And maybe, there was a reaction to your actions, and maybe now that's irreparable. There's no repair for the relationship anymore. So, seasons are changing. The tide is changing. Personal relationships, intimate relationships, business relationships, friendships. And lastly, I'll say sort of the same thing. I always say, like occupation or business. Well, maybe we are in a business that we are not really good at. In other words, we're not really good at managing it or owning it or running it. Maybe we just in it for the wrong reason. Maybe we're just in it for the quick cash, but we really don't care about customer satisfaction or the end product. I'll tell you, one thing I can say about my baking and Fancy's Treats is I absolutely love my baking. I put everything into it. Everything is handmade. Every batter, every batch is handmade, hand stirred, handmade. I take my time with them. All natural, real ingredients, good ingredients, the finest ingredients. I do not skimp on that. You know what I mean? I actually enjoy it. It's my time where I feel relaxed, and it's therapy to me to actually bake. So I really enjoy doing that and hope to continue to grow on that. And all of my other fancy things, all of the things that the umbrella of the another fancy things, another fancy event, Fancy's treats, Fancy's let's talk about it, Fancy's rewind, everything. I really hope to grow. So when you don't love what you do sometimes, you lose that those fine little touches that really matter, the quality. It's quality over quantity all day long. It's when you really pour your heart and soul into something, people can see that, whether it's interior design or whether it's, food service, baking or meal preparation or whatever it might be, whether it's accounting or business management or telecommunications or electric markets, whatever it might be, sales, promotion, restaurant and bar management, whatever it might be. If you don't put your whole self into it, you're not going to get your whole self, or you're not going to see something positive come from it. So what I'm saying is that seasons change, and we need to recognize as people that when it's time to react and to, a lot of times, even rather than be anxious, kind of anticipate and decide what we're going to do. Kind of be more brave than we know we are. Be more brave. Really listen to the inner voice that's begging of us to listen to it and hear it and saying, you can do that. It's not coming to you for any other reason except for the fact that it's your conscience speaking to you. It's your inner guide. I say this to you guys all the time. And Mr. Moreno, welcome. I say this all the time. It's your guide. Your inner conscious is your guide. It talks to you. That nagging, gnawing sound you hear when you're doing everything right, when you're doing everything wrong, when you're unsure, and it reminds you, look, you've been here before. You've done this. You can do it. You can master anything you set your mind to. And when you put your whole heart into it, and only for the good, not just for profit, but to really do something to exact a change, or to change the way people view things, or to change their experience with products or services, then you know that you've got that. You've got that because you're putting the quality into it. So, your whole heart into it. So, seasons change. So, remove the guilt from losing the friendship, or walking away from the friendship, or walking away from a relationship, whether it's intimate, family relationship, whatever it might be that no longer suits your track in life, your path in life. If they're going to walk with you, whether you follow the beaten path or whether you veer away from it, they're going to follow you and support you, or they're not. Walk away. Know when to put your hands up and say, I'm done with that. Respect me. Doesn't mean I love you any less. I've often said that you have to sometimes handle situations with a long-handled broomstick. My mama used to always say that. I love you, mama. And I really took that to heart, because it doesn't mean that I don't love you. It means that I love you from a distance. It means that our relationship is not once what it was, whether that is a family connection, a friendship, or an intimate relationship with a significant other or partner, whatever it might be. That's where we are, right? That's life. Things change. So don't feel bad. Remove the guilt and walk away. Throw your hands up and walk away. And it could be amicable. It's not a problem. It's a little bit more difficult than it sounds. It sounds like, oh, guess what? Hey, I'm not into you anymore. You're not supporting me. I'm out of here. Deuces. No, that's not what I mean. Be sensitive and kind. Don't lie, and say, da-da-da-da-da, but, oh, you're great, but. No, nobody wants the Dear John letter, talk, phone call, email. That's all what's normal these days. Nobody wants that. We want people to be real with us. So we say. But a lot of times we cannot handle the truth. We're not prepared to handle the truth. So, if you're on the receiving end of this conversation, and it happens to you, then just listen. You don't need to talk. You don't need to defend anything. You need to take in what that person is saying to you. Respect the fact that they were brave enough to come to you and tell you what they're feeling and what they need to do for their self to be whole, to be at peace. Because I'll tell you, there is no length that I won't go to as a human being and a person to have my peace. I will have that, no matter what. And I have a nature of, when I'm going through things, of withdrawing. And, that suits me sometimes, and sometimes it doesn't. We all have our friends and our family members that are there for us. And all of the small pieces make the whole, right? All of the small, tiny pieces make the whole us. We respect and know who is there for what purpose. And everybody has their place and their purpose. Whether it is for a reason or a season. It's always for the reason. It may not be for a long season. So accept that. Do not feel guilt. Speak up for yourself. People will respect that when you say, hey, I gotta have my peace. I love you. I care for you. Hey, it's been a good partnership. It's been a good working relationship, but I'm going my way. I wish you the best. Nothing but the best. I'm not getting ready to sit up here and talk about all the things you did right. I'm not going to talk about anything that you did wrong. This is all about me. I own responsibility for myself. What can you do when a person comes to you and they bring that level of honesty? You have a decision to make. You can accept what they're saying to you. You can react, or you can act. React. Think first. If you're acting, you're thinking first, like you're going to act upon what they've said. Maybe you need to take that in. Or you react and you get angry or feel guilty or defensive. It's not necessary. Understand that life is all about change. We cannot grow if we do not change. And seasons change. Those seasons change. That dictates the rest of our life. Whatever part of our life we're dealing with at the time, whatever is going on in our season dictates the way that we have to react, the way that we have to respond, and what we have to do next. Every person that you ever met, in whatever relationship you're in with them, whether it's friendship, family, they are not meant to walk with you the whole way. There are people that are meant to be with you the whole entire way. And God shows you that. It's up to you to accept that. You are going to be good no matter what. Once you accept those things. Seasons change, people leave, people come, people go. It is what it is. So, understand that. I love you guys and I appreciate you so much for tuning in. Lastly, do what you love. That gnawing feeling you have, follow it. Nothing comes easy. Nothing worth having comes easy. You have to work for it. Never stop working. You have to want it so bad that you can almost put your hands on it. You can almost taste it. You can smell it. You can hear it. Just keep pressing. I promise you. I have to take my own advice because it's what I'm going through right now. I'm prayerful. I'm on it. I'm doing what I got to do, and you can too. All of you can do whatever it takes. Do what it takes to make yourself happy, to be successful in whatever your endeavors are, whether you work for someone, whether you work with someone, whether you work for yourself, whether you get out there and just get it. It's what you got to do. Seasons change. Change that job if it's not working for you. Change your outlook on life if it's not working for you. Change that set of circumstances if it's not working for you. The season dictates your change. It's absolutely necessary. You will not grow. Remember, grow while you go. Growing while you're going through it. So, anybody have anything else to say? Because it was really pretty much all me tonight. And the big L, I saw what you said. You have your place. I have my place. You know yours. I know mine. And did you? Never. We're always 100. Y'all always know where you stand with me. That's the type of person I am. I'm very straightforward to a point that at times it can be intimidating or hurtful. if you don't know me, but I have a heart of gold. I give my shirt off of my back. So, I want you guys again to know that I do appreciate you for tuning in. Been kind of quiet tonight, but that's okay with me. The message was delivered. Seasons change. And biggest thing that I would love to say in closing is, before I go, every season is not our season. Every person has their good season. We reap because we sow. So, when that person's season comes along, be not jealous. Do not worry. Do not be envious, spiteful. Be grateful for that. Be grateful that their season is here. I've always said throughout the years, on my 8-9 years of Facebook, 10 years almost of Facebook, I have always said, 10 years probably, I've always said, celebrate other people's seasons. Not because you want them to celebrate yours, but just because you know that is what you're supposed to do. Positivity. Celebrate them. Do not be envious or jealous. Give it all you got. Your season is coming. Recognize it when it comes. Be grateful. Be thankful. Hit them knees. Speak about it. Bring those things into existence. Don't worry. Don't be afraid. You got this. Do anything that you want to do. Got it. So, Claire, thank you so much. I love you for coming. Big L, thank you for coming. Chini, thank you. Thank you for your comments. And everyone else that I shouted out. Mr. Moreno, thank you. Mr. Ortez, thank you. Thank you, everybody, for joining, paying attention, tuning in. Please do this for me. Please share this video on your timeline. Please. I make it public. Please invite your friends to watch. Please. I get comments after the fact. I'm here for you guys. My whole point and mission is if I can talk about a subject that y'all suggest or something that I bring out on my own, and it opens up a line of communication for you in your relationship, significant other or family member. Maybe you have a friend or family member that is going through something and they're leaning on you, and you don't have the strength or the words or a way to encourage them. If this conversation opens that up for you, opens that up for them, through you, then, and through me, and through this show, with people being here, commenting, sharing, giving their wisdom, their experiences, being transparent and honest, if that helps you in any way, then my mission is complete. So, next week, same time, 9 p.m. Central Standard, Facebook Live, Fancy's Let's Talk About It, episode 32. I am going to go ahead and take your suggestions now. You are welcome to drop them here in these comments on this post. You are also welcome to inbox me, DM me on Instagram. You can email me at rebaby@icloud.com, or any other way that you have already of communicating with me, whether it's by text, whatever. Please feel free to utilize that. I'm here for you guys. I'm here to listen. That's what we do all week. I take your suggestions, and then we talk about it on Wednesday. So, look forward to seeing you guys again next week at 9 p.m. Central Standard. Until then, there's always a time to be a little fancy, and that's me. Till next week, thank you guys for watching. Please share on your timelines. Bye.